Here's what it's like to hike to Everest Base Camp.
But first, we got to take a train to Chicago. Kill some time in Chicago. Wow, look at that view. Board your plane. The Doha airport is amazing and so easy to navigate. Here we are boarding the next plane. Next flight is really short. We arrived in Kathmandu and were greeted by our guide Samir. Hey Samir. He got us checked into our hotel where we just got to chill for the rest of the day. The next day, a different guide picked us up for a city tour, and little did we know this was our warm-up for the trek. The city of Kathmandu is so much fun. It is amazing to see all the history. There's so much to do here. I would go back just for this. This night, we had to pack up and get ready for the trek tomorrow. And here we are before we boarded this little plane that is the most dangerous plane ride in the whole entire world. You land on the shortest runway at the highest altitude in the city of Lukla, and then we had a little lunch before starting our trek, and we're off. This is what the toilets look like, in case you didn't know. These suspension bridges definitely take some getting used to. Don't forget to leave your mark if you can. The weather was absolutely beautiful this first day of the trek, but don't worry, it's gonna get a lot harder. I didn't take a shower for 7 days. By day 2, I'm still not getting used to these suspension bridges, I'm not gonna lie. These views will have you feeling like you're in the movie Avatar. I said it so many times. This day we hiked 13 miles to get to the village of Namche Bazaar. It's like a mini city in the middle of the mountains. It is amazing. That was the hardest hike of my life, but I still got up the next day and I did the acclimatization hike, which puts you at the Hotel Everest view. But by lunchtime, you're back in Namche and just hanging out. So by day 4, the weather had gotten really bad. It rained all day and it didn't stop. But this is when you finally get to start seeing some of the big mountains like Ama Dablam. I've said this before and I'm gonna keep saying it. No YouTube video could have prepared me for the amount of rocks on this trail. And as a cosmetologist, please don't neglect your hair while you're hiking. Day 5, it just keeps raining and now it's actually soaking through our ponchos. I'm super uncomfortable. I'm literally steaming. Do you see this? It actually started snowing like an hour before we made it into the tea house in Dingboche, so we woke up to this. The next day was supposed to be another acclimatization hike, but since it just kept snowing, we decided to stay in the tea house and play games with our friends. We had a blast. When we woke up the next day, our guide had let us know that we weren't going to be able to go all the way to Everest Base Camp due to the amount of snow. He gave us a choice to either start trekking back or keep going just to see how far we could get. So that's what we did. We kept going. We made it all the way to Leboche. But unfortunately, my mom did break her ankle, and the next morning we had to get helicoptered out back to the village of Lukla where the airport is. Since we were in high altitude, we didn't have phone service, but when we made it back to the village of Lukla, we started getting notifications about the natural disaster that occurred. There was a major flood and many lives were lost. When we got back to the city of Kathmandu, my mom had a cast put on her foot. We stayed the night in a hospital, and we just tried to make the best out of the trip with the time that we had left there. And the food in Nepal is amazing. Not only did I walk one of the oldest trails in the whole entire world, I traveled across the world to do it. I made friends internationally. I get to say that I've done something almost nobody has done. There were a few bumps in the road, but it's a small price to pay for the trip of a lifetime and to get to do it with my mom. If you like this vlog and you want to see what we do next, follow us at Absolutely Everything and Absolutely Outdoors. Thanks so much for watching.